Hi children, in today's class we shall try to learn about the concept of pressure. We have completed the force concept. I think you have understood well all the concepts. I am repeatedly saying you try to go for different types of questions, conceptual questions, problems, fill in the blanks, choose the best answers. If you do all these things, then only you will get much concept. Don't listen to the class and leave it. You try to do each and everything. It will be very useful for your examination. First of all, you try to like the video once you see this. If you if you are interested, and try to share it as much as possible so that all children can understand the concept clearly. Okay, we shall discuss now the concept of pressure. First of all, what is pressure? So in order to understand the term pressure, we shall try to do a small activity here. See, what is the activity is, take a wooden conical cylinder. So this is the cylinder. One side there will be the sharp edge, and in the other side there will be broad end. This is narrow end and one more is broad end. What we are going to do is spread the wet sand on the floor for about 3 centimeters wet sand on the floor. After that, place the cylinder in two ways. One is, at first you put the broad end and next you put the narrow end. So what happens, keep the weight on narrow end in both cases. I mean, in narrow end and broad end you try to keep some weight like this. Okay, so if you keep the weight, what happens, definitely there will be a mark inside the sand, we will observe, and this effect of, so what we observe is the narrow end will go deep inside when compared to the broader end, okay, in the sand. So from this we can conclude that, what we can conclude is, so as there is narrow end, the pressure on that particular body will be more. It will experience much pressure if there is narrow end. This effect of force on a given area is called pressure. So what is pressure? Pressure is equals to force per area. So if area increases, the pressure is going to be decreased. In case of broad end, the pressure will be minimum, and in case of narrow end, the pressure will be maximum. From this activity it is clear that lesser the area of cross section, more will be the pressure, and vice versa. So now we go for definition of pressure. So what is pressure? Pressure is nothing but force per unit area, that is the thrust. Thrust is nothing but compressive force per unit area is called pressure. So if F is the force acting on an area of cross section A, then the pressure is given by the formula P is equals to F by A. What are the units of pressure? In SI system, generally the force is measured in Newton and area is going to be measured in meter square. So the unit of pressure will be Newton per meter square. This Newton per meter square is called as Pascal. It is the name of the scientist, and he is a French physicist and French scientist. We shall try to know something about Pascal. Let us try to know something regarding one of our scientists, that is French physicist Blaise Pascal, and his time period is from 1623 up to 1662. Almost he lived around 40 years, that is 39 years. His lifespan is very less. Okay, he has, within that small lifespan, he has given much contribution towards physics. So let us see few things what he has achieved. So Blaise Pascal was the French physicist and he is once again a mathematician and inventor. He had made several inventions. He made important discoveries, that is science of fluids. Fluids, regarding the study of fluids was done by this person, and he invented barometer which is used to measure air pressure. He showed that air pressure decreases as we go higher above the ground. If you go beyond, okay, stratosphere, troposphere, like that, if you go around beyond the atmosphere, so the pressure is going to be decreased. He discovered that when we apply pressure on fluids, it is transmitted equally in all directions. This is called Pascal's law. For example, if you take a cover or balloon, you put it tightly, hold it tightly, you first pour water in it and hold it tightly. After that, if you put holes at different points with a small pin, you will get same amount of water in all areas. Though that itself indicates that fluid exerts pressure in all directions. Okay, in his honor, the unit of pressure is named as Pascal. So likewise we got the unit Pascal. Next thing, when same amount of forces are applied on surfaces of different areas, what happens? The impact of forces become different. Suppose here is a small area here and it will be a larger area. If you apply the same force on this small area, that is F1, let us consider, and you apply the same force F1 on this larger area, then what will be? Then the pressure will be, difference in pressure is going to be exerted there. So because we know the formula, P is equals to F by A. P is equals to F by A. So as force is same in both the cases, if area is more, what happens? Pressure is going to be decreased. So in the second case, we are having taken two different areas, 1 and 2. In this second one, the area is more. If you apply same force on 1 and 2, both the areas, we feel much pressure on smaller area and less pressure on bigger area. Okay, this is the case. So pressure can be defined as force per unit area. Next we go for a few problems now. Let us try to discuss. See, now we see one of the problem here. Before we are going to discuss the examples, let us take a following illustration. With this you can get a better idea regarding pressure for you. Imagine a girl of mass 50 kg. There is a girl and her weight is 50 kg, her mass is 50 kg, standing on the pencil heel. She is standing on the pencil heel in the sense whose area is very, very, very small. Each area of cross section is 1 centimeter square. So what is the area of the pencil heel? She is having two slippers, each having the area of cross section 1 centimeter square, and there is one more animal, that is elephant, whose mass is 2000 kg and foot area is around 250 square centimeter, standing on the floor. We are comparing here girl foot with elephant foot. So let us try to find the pressure exerted on each of them, assuming the value of G is equal to 10. First we go for girl. Mass of the girl is 50. Force exerted by the girl will be, mass into force is nothing but weight, that is mass into acceleration due to gravity. 50 into 10 will give you 500 Newton. Area of cross section will be 2 into 1 centimeter, 2 square centimeters, 2 into 1 centimeter square, that is 2 centimeter square, which is equals to, you should convert this into centimeter into meter. 1 centimeter is equals to 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters. So 1 centimeter square can be written as 1 by 10,000, 1 by 100 whole square, that is you will get 4 zeros. If you put this Up, if you take this to numerator, it becomes 10 to the power of 4. 2 into 10 to the power of 4. Alright. So this is the area of, this is the area of cross section of the girl. Suppose if you consider this is 250. Alright, 50 centimeter square, that is the area of this foot area of the elephant. So 250 into 10 to the power of minus 4 Pascal. Alright, so here you just go for elephant now. Mass of the elephant is 2000 kg and force exerted will be 20,000 Newton. Area will be equal to 4 into area of cross section of 4 feet of element. So what has given in the question? So each feet of elephant is 250 centimeter square. Generally elephant will have 4 feet. So 4 legs, 4 into 250 will give you 1000 centimeter square, which is equal to 0.1 meter square. So this is the area. Pressure is equals to 20,000. It is the pressure that is going to be exerted. That is 20,000 Newton. We have found out in the above section, and 20,000 divided by 0.1 meter square, which is equals to 20 into 10 to the power of 4 Pascals. So from this we can conclude that girl exert more pressure when compared to elephant feet, because girl is exerting here 250, because 500 by 2, 500 this is mass, and 2 into 10 power minus 4, 500 by 2 will get you 250, 250 into 10 power minus 4, if you take it into the numerator, it becomes 10 power 4. From this we can illustration, we can conclude that if the area is very less, the force exerted will be more. Next, application of variation of pressure. If we vary the pressure, what happens? By increasing the area, what happens to pressure? We all know that if you increase the area, the pressure should decrease. See whether it happens or not. Heavy trucks have from 6 to 8 tires instead of conventional 4. Normal all vehicles will have 4 tires. Heavy vehicles like trucks, they will have 6 to 8 tires. So with this what happens? 6 to 8 tires, the pressure on that is going to be decreased. As the area increases, so pressure on the vehicle is going to be decreased. So that is why they are going to use much tires and large tires in case of heavy trucks. And a camel has broader feet and hence can walk on the sand more conveniently. See, on the sand, if you compare horse and camel, a camel foot will have larger area, it occupies larger area, and horse foot will occupy smaller area. When compared to horse, camel can run faster or walk faster, because it is having broad area, so that on the sand it will have less pressure, so that it can easily take its step outside and it can go for one more step easily. So that horse will have more pressure as it is having less size foot, so it will be stick inside the sand. So that is the reason. By increasing the area, still skiers use long flat skies to slide over the snow. In order to slide over the snow, they will have long mat like structure. Okay, so because it won't be stick inside the snow. Okay, so that is the reason. Army tanks are made to move over broad steel tracks called caterpillar wheels because of their huge weight. Since it will have much weight, so that's why they will be provided the chain like structure, and which will be broader one. Okay, so this is the reason. So that much weight will not be fall on the road, otherwise the road will be damaged. Okay, in order to have less pressure, they used to use such kind of steel track below the tires. Next thing is, by increasing the area, okay, what happens? Foundation of the high rise building are wide. In order to have big huge buildings, huge structure building, 3-story, 4-story, 10-story building, the foundation should be very wide, okay, so that it can withstand that huge building. Since area is more, the pressure on that will be less. Porters wear turbans on their heads in order to lift very heavy bags such as 50 kgs, 100 kgs. They used to use some cloth and they used to put on the head. So it will reduce the pressure there. So area is going to be increased there. School bags are having broader strips. See, strips of your school bags, generally you children, you are going to use the school bags. If that strip is just like a thread, you cannot bear that much of weight, because shoulders will get much hurt and even scratches on the shoulders. So in order to reduce that, the pressure is going to be increased if the area is very small, okay, that strip. So that is why they used to have broad strip in that situation. And by reducing the area, in some situations we should reduce the area so that it will be most useful. See, we shall see such kind of things. Nails or broad pins have pointed a sharp end. In order nail has to enter inside the wall, it should be sharp. The area of that nail should be very less. If it is broader one, it will not go inside. Okay, in such situation the area should be less. Even scissor, knife, blade, in order to cut properly, those areas should be very narrow and they should be so sharp edge. Okay, so that is why in some situations lesser area is going to be used. In some situations we are going to use a broader area. Okay, so because where we should decrease the pressure, there we are going to use broader area things, and where we want to increase the pressure, there we are going to use lesser minute area things, sharp edged things. Okay children, with this we have completed today's class. Try to listen carefully. If you really love my channel, don't forget to subscribe children. Please subscribe, share. Okay, I will do much videos so much comfortably, so that every children can understand the things with more pictorial and more questions I am going to solve you. Okay, I need your much support. Okay, thank you children.